What's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Z Garage. Today we're going to be working on the front suspension on the F150. I'm going to break this up into 3 videos: upper control arms, lower control arms, and the upgraded shocks. So the shocks we have here, just like the exhaust, is from Rough Country. This is their leveling kit. This should give us about 2.5 inches of lift on the front to level out the back. Really good. It looks really nice. Everything is put together so you don't have to compress the springs and, you know, put yourself in danger if you don't have the correct equipment. This is a straight uninstall the stock strut or spring assembly and throw these in. I think you have to reuse the lower nut on this, which is crazy because I believe on 2009 and up it's like 410 pound-feet of torque. I'll have to double check that, but it's really high. I don't think we have anything that goes that high, so we might have to just put the impact gun on it, and I believe the impact gun goes up to like 400 pound-feet of torque or something like that, or 500 pound-feet. We might have to ooga-dooga it, but we are gonna work on that. But right now this is what it looks like. Looks good, looks really cool. I think it's gonna be a really awesome upgrade. The front suspension, and remember the truck has over 100,000 miles on it. Definitely the person who owned it before never did any work on this. So as you see in this series, we're just pretty much going through the whole truck from front to back or back to front and bringing everything back up to new or better than new with upgrades and things like that. All right, guys, stay tuned while we start working on this stuff. All right, guys, so we're going to continue on working on taking out the old coilover in the front, or strut and spring. The top bolts here are a 15mm. On the passenger side, you're able to get it from the top. This is all empty here, so you can go from the engine bay and look down and you can get a socket on it. This is on the passenger side. On the driver's side, it's a little harder because the intake is in the way. You could just use a regular 15 ratcheting wrench, because these are only supposed to be 30 foot-pounds. So you can get them down that way and just do it by hand, or you could take out the intake, but it's a lot more steps, and I don't think it's necessary because you can kind of reach it. It may take a couple more minutes just to take the nuts off, but it really isn't that bad. They're not super torqued down. Like I said, these are only supposed to be on the 2010. I think it's 2009 and newer ones. These are only 30 foot-pounds, so it shouldn't be too bad to take those off. Also, the bad one is down here at the bottom. Here, this is a 27mm on this side, and on the nut side it's actually a 30mm. So you guys see, yeah, that side's a 30mm, so that one's going to be is a pain to get out. Also, this thing is on the 2009, I think newer ones of this generation. This bolt will need to be torqued to 410 foot-pounds. A lot of people would not have that torque wrench that could go that high. I believe even ours only goes up to 250 foot-pounds, but our impact gun goes to about 400 foot-pounds. So I think what we're gonna do is just we're gonna ooga-dooga that bolt down and then hand crank it a little bit more. Again, the right way to do this is to get probably a 1-inch torque wrench instead of a 1/2-inch torque wrench that goes up to over 400 foot-pounds, because you will need to go up to, I think it's 410 for these. I think it's a little lower on the newer ones, but not the newer ones, on the later model ones before 2009. But these with the single bolt at the bottom is over 400 foot-pound-feet of torque. 410, I believe, is the correct torque for that. Also, we will need to take I don't think we need to take out the steering arm, but we are going to loosen this, and we're going to loosen the axle, because in another video we're going to be working on taking the lower control arm out. So we're doing this all in one video, in one day. So I'm going to break it up so it's easier for people to look for the video they need to do. Like if you're going to do the lower control arm, that'll be a separate video. The shock and strut is going to be a different video, and then the upper control arm is going to be another video. So we're going to work on that. Probably it's a good idea to do all 3 of these in one shot, just for the fact that a lot of times if your truck is high mileage, a lot of these bushings and things like that have already deteriorated. So it's probably a good idea if you're going to do a leveling kit, or even just a strut and spring setup, you might as well check these and change them if necessary. We're doing a leveling kit, so this isn't, a lot of people run the stock upper control arm, but because of the mileage, we're going to change this out with one that's a little more beefier and that can handle the around 2 inches of lift. Alright guys, so now we're going to take off the front axle bolt. It's a 13 millimeter. Get that right. Not hold on very strong, so you should be able to get that out without a problem.
Put that back on.
Actually, we gotta put that back on. We gotta knock it out. I mean, it shouldn't be in there that tight. Yeah, see, barely tapping on it. And it's able to come out. You don't want to damage that, so take your time. Now it's loose in here, so now when it drops down, this will come out completely. So next thing we're gonna work on, we're gonna put the jack under here, and we're gonna take out this bolt that we just loosened, this 27 millimeter on this side, 30 millimeter on the nut side, and we're gonna take that nut off, and then I think what, like this, it looks like this to me. All right, guys, so we're gonna get this strut and shock assembly, right, like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to slide this in. Oh, and then Al's gonna put the 13 millimeter. Oh, you know what, Al?
What?
You're gonna have to drop this jack
Okay.
a little bit.
Enough?
I don't think so.
More?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. All right, you can go back up a little bit on the jack.
It's right on the edge of the rim of the rotor.
That's fine. All right, stop there.
Let's see. Can you get that up there?
Yeah, now it should be easy. Oh, nope. Drop the jack down. We went up too high.
Can you reach it? Stand back and drop it while I do. Alright, good. That's enough. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So Al's tightening up the 15 millimeter nuts on top, just so that we can get it to hang. Alright, so now we're going to put the big bolt in at the bottom. You want to jack up, Al? Stop there. Keep going up.
Go up?
Yeah, go up. Oh, actually, you know, stop there. Go back down a little bit.
Put this in just so we get some stability or no?
Yeah, that's good.
And gotta go far in. And gotta push. Oh, you know what? Our axle's out probably too.
Yeah, the axle's got to go back in too. I kind of want to get.
Can we bring this across?
God, that's as tight as.
Oh, is that tight?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wow!
I told you it's tight. Wow, this thing is like super tight.
Right. Can you see if you can get this one in?
Got it?
Alright, it's close. Just wanted to get us in the ballpark. Should I go up?
Yeah, I said go up. Yeah, go.
Hold on, no. Damn. Wow. You didn't tighten these, did you?
No. Oh, you just saw me pull the whole thing down.
Okay. You didn't see the whole car move?
Yeah, well, don't do that.
Babe, be careful because your leg is underneath.
Yeah, move your legs up. Stop. We're not even.
So we're holding the bottom of the steering arm with a crescent wrench. I think you could use like a 10 millimeter or something, but crescent wrench is just quick. And a 21 millimeter wrench. We're gonna get this to where it's tight, and then we could torque it down. And I will put the torque specs in the description below so you guys can check it out. Alright guys, so we got the wheel back on. The rough country leveling kit is installed. We got about 2 more inches of lift in the front. And now if you step back a little bit, you can see how the car does look pretty level. I think I was right with leaving out the spacer for the we left out the spacer on the rear for the, what do you call it, the rear springs. I think that would have given it more of a rake look, so I think this is perfect. Just the shocks in the back from rough country and a 2-inch leveling kit in the front, which is the strut, the spring, the whole assembly put together. I think it was really good. We're gonna have to drive it for a little bit to break it in and kind of see how well it works and what the ride's gonna be like. Again, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Just to go over the torque specs, the top 3 nuts on the strut and spring assembly is 30 foot-pounds. The bottom one's 410. This is a 2010 F150 FX4. What else? The upper control arms, the rear nuts are 111 foot-pounds. The front is 86 foot-pounds for the ball joint on the top. The lower A-arm, a lower control arm at the bottom. The rear nuts, I think it's 256 pound-feet of torque for those rear nuts. And the front one, I believe, was 100 and something. I'll put all the torque specs in the description below, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.